Time is the most underrated treasure we all carry. It's not loud like money, not shiny like fame, not addictive like applause, but it's the one thing that makes all the difference. Every success story you've ever heard was built on it, and every downfall was the result of misusing it. When we talk about spending time wisely, it's not just about scheduling or productivity hacks. It's about seeing time for what it truly is, a living investment account, where every second compounds, positively or negatively, depending on how you use it. Time doesn't stop for anyone. It doesn't adjust to your emotions, your laziness, your overthinking, or your indecisiveness. It just keeps moving. And that's why clarity is the first true weapon of anyone who wants to make their time count. If you don't know what you want, every opportunity will distract you. But if you have purpose, focus becomes your filter. Most people aren't lost because they don't have dreams. They're lost because they're chasing too many dreams at once. They say yes to everything. They multitask their ambitions. They fill their calendar and empty their energy. Yep. But the most successful people aren't the busiest. They're the clearest. When you know what matters to you, your time begins to work for you instead of against you. You don't jump into every meeting. You don't scroll endlessly. You don't chase approval. You wake up with a mission, and that mission decides your moves. Think about how easy it is to waste a day. One small delay becomes a domino. You snooze your alarm once, your morning becomes a mess. You start your day without a plan, and suddenly you're reacting to life instead of building it. You respond to messages, you drift into distractions, and by the time it's 5 p.m., you're exhausted. But nothing important is actually done. That's not laziness. That's a lack of direction. When your time has no structure, your energy gets scattered. And when your energy is scattered, even the smallest task feels heavy. That's how overwhelm builds. Not from workload, but from the chaos of unorganized time. Successful people understand this truth. They don't just track their time. They honor it. They don't glorify being busy. They want to be effective. They measure their days by results, not by hours. They schedule thinking time, they build in breaks, they reflect on progress. They plan their day before the world can interfere. Their time is guarded like a vault because they know the world will try to steal it. From social media notifications to meaningless conversations, from pointless errands to emotional distractions, there's a constant war for your attention. The moment you stop being intentional, you become available for everything. And when you are available for everything, you stand for nothing. And that's the trap. Time doesn't shout when you misuse it. It slips quietly. It vanishes while you're saying just 5 more minutes. It disappears while you're avoiding that one important task. The dangerous part is, the cost isn't immediate. It shows up later. A month from now, a year from now, when your progress is slower, your goals are still distant, and your regrets have grown roots. That's when the real pain hits. Not because you failed, but because you didn't manage the one thing that controlled everything else. But here's the empowering truth. You don't need 25 hours a day. You just need sharper awareness and stronger boundaries. 1 focused hour can outperform 5 distracted ones. 1 hour of learning a new skill can shift your career. 1 hour of writing your thoughts can spark a business. 1 hour of real, undistracted effort every single day can turn your year into something extraordinary. The key is consistency, not intensity. Success isn't a one-day sprint. It's a daily habit powered by disciplined time use. When you learn to value your time, you start designing your life. So the question isn't, do I have enough time? It's what am I doing with the time I already have? Everyone gets 24 hours. But it's how you spend those hours that writes your story. Will you scroll or will you study? Will you delay or will you decide? Will you react to your day or will you take charge of it? Every morning is a fresh deposit of time. And what you do with it decides how far you go, how deep you grow, and how much closer you get to becoming the person you were meant to be. You can't manage time in the way people think. You can't grab it, slow it down, or stretch it out. But what you can do is manage your focus within the time you have. That's where the real power is. Focus is the key to turning minutes into milestones. Distraction is not just an inconvenience, it's a killer of dreams. Every time you get pulled away by something meaningless, you're moving one step further from something meaningful. And in the world we live in today, distraction is everywhere. Notifications pop like popcorn. Every app begs for your attention, and everyone seems to need you for something. The modern battlefield isn't fought with swords. It's fought with attention. And the ones who win are the ones who guard their focus like their life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. The people you admire, the ones building businesses, leading movements, mastering skills, they're not superhuman. They've just learned how to direct their focus like a laser. They know that what you water grows. If you water your distractions, they will grow into weeds that choke your potential. But if you water your purpose with discipline, it will grow into something unstoppable. Focus is the gateway to deep work, the kind of work that changes lives, builds legacies, and leads to true success. But here's the truth. Focus doesn't happen by accident. It's created through systems, boundaries, and habits that allow your mind to do what it was designed to do. Create, solve, and build. The most powerful people don't just have a vision. They have a schedule that protects that vision. They use tools like time blocking to carve out zones of creation. They say no more often than they say yes. They don't multitask because they know that multitasking is really just rapid switching, and every switch bleeds productivity. They commit to one task at a time, and they give it their full energy, even if only for 30 minutes. Because 30 minutes of locked-in focus will outproduce 3 hours of fragmented attention. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters with full intensity. It's about trading volume for value. And focus doesn't just mean sitting still with no distractions. No. It means aligning your actions with your priorities. It means knowing what to ignore. It means setting boundaries around your time, your space, and your energy. If your phone controls your day, your goals will never stand a chance. If your environment is chaotic, your results will mirror that chaos. Focus thrives in intention. It dies in noise. You must build a space around yourself that supports concentration. Whether that means using a do not disturb, turning off notifications, scheduling deep work hours, or simply learning to be unreachable when it matters most. These are the weapons of the focused. And when you take control of your focus, you start to notice something powerful. Time begins to stretch. What used to take an entire day can be done in a few hours. What used to exhaust you now energizes you. Focus compounds. It creates flow, that magical state where hours disappear and work becomes effortless. That's not a myth. That's a product of trained focus. You can't stumble into flow. You create the conditions for it, and you honor them. But to get there, you must also master the art of saying a no. Every yes is a no to something else. Every time you agree to a meeting you don't need to be in, every time you engage in a pointless debate, every time you scroll instead of reflect, you are making a trade. And that trade is often your dream for someone else's agenda. Ruthless prioritization isn't about being cold, it's about being clear. If you want success, you can't give your time to everything. You have to become allergic to distraction and obsessed with direction. The myth is that successful people have more time. The truth is they're just more focused. They don't start their day with email. They don't end their day in guilt. They build routines that protect their mind. Morning rituals, evening resets, midday focus sessions. These aren't trends. They are battle-tested habits that allow their vision to breathe. Because clarity plus focus plus time equals results. Remove any one of those and you're back to running in circles. You don't need to eliminate distraction forever. You just need to learn how to recover from it fast. When you get off track, get back. Don't judge yourself. Reset. Turn off the noise. Recommit to your priorities. And never let a bad 10 minutes ruin a productive day. Focus is a skill. And like all skills, it grows with practice. It grows when you train it. It grows when you protect it. And it grows when you give yourself permission to go deep, to block out the world, and to build something meaningful with the time you've been given.